Lieutenant. Sorry. It's detective now, isn't it?
What can I do for you, Miss Quartermaine?
I understand that...
Well, if you came here hoping to watch me get carted off to Pentonville, something tells me you're going to be a little disappointed.
Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we?
Actually, nothing would make me happier than to wave goodbye to you as you get carted off to Pentonville, but I am here on another matter. You have Robert Scorpio in custody, yes? I'd like to see him. Where's Michael?
I don't know.
Really?
Really?
I guess your victim act was less than successful. You probably thought you were going to have Michael glued to your hip by now.
Well, we're building a relationship, Tracy. It takes time.
Really? Does Michael know that? Or does he know what the rest of us Quartermaines know? That you're a black hole. You are a bottomless pit of self-pity and incompetence. Ooh, you're going to fit right in at Pentonville.
You'd like to see that, wouldn't you?
You shot my brother in the back. There is nothing I would like more than to see you in prison, especially before you and Sky can do any harm to ELQ.
What if I told you that Sky and I have a plan to save the company from you?
This stimulating discussion of corporate politics is simply going to have to wait because the DA is waiting on us. AJ and Tracy, weren't you looking for Robert Scorpio?
I was. Any time now, Detective.
Well, I'm busy. And although I'm sure you know your way around a jail cell, Jack, would you escort this young lady down to Robert Scorpio's cell?
AJ, this is Detective John McBain.
How you
He is
doing?
a recent addition to the PCPD, and I understand you're going to be joining us.
I'm going to be sitting in, yes.
Oh, that's good. I hope you are ready to deal, because what my client has to offer should not remain on the table too long. This is one deal that the city of Port Charles cannot afford not to take.
Tell him.
Juan, thank you so much for agreeing to this meeting.
I hear your client's ready to confess.
Oh, well, I think my meaning may have been misconstrued.
No confession, no deal.
All right. Don't be so hasty. My client is in possession of information which is of great value to this government, and he is willing to trade said information for all the charges against him being dismissed.
Look, I only took this meeting as a courtesy. I want this case to go to trial. I've got signed statements from your client's father and sister that he shot the father in the back.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of information are we talking about?
Certainly you gentlemen are familiar with the FBI's most wanted list.
Where's Faison fitting that list?
Get me out of here!
Okay, look, I already told you the DA's backed up, but I will see what I can do.
Tracy, I didn't think you'd come.
Well, I wasn't sure I was going to come, but you mentioned Luke. Is he all right? Where is he?
Turkey.
Robert, you want to be more specific? Is he vacationing? Is he on a bender? Is he in trouble of some kind?
Well, he's there handling his situation, and I'm here handling Anna.
And judging from your circumstances, Anna didn't like being handled?
Well, she had me busted for breaking into Lavery's apartment.
Really? A lifetime as the secret agent. You must be slipping.
Well, desperation makes me sloppy. I needed the proof.
Proof of what?
Brace yourself.
This trial may not be the slam dunk that you are envisioning, given that several of the witnesses have died during the incident.
What the hell is he doing here?
He's my partner.
Yeah, well, he's also Sonny Corinthos' son.
All right. I would not go so far to say, as the detective has a conflict of interest, but it is true that his father, Mr. Corinthos, does have a vendetta against my client.
Well, Diane, please, do you want a grandstand or do you want a deal? I'm on the clock here.
I'm sorry, deal? What deal?
She wants us to drop all the charges.
What are you, not a chance. We got an airtight case against
Okay,
this
come on,
guy.
I'm a
He's got
petty
3
criminal
counts of
compared to Faison.
Faison? Who's talking about Faison?
He's talking about Faison.
Well, that's great. AJ, would you take this off the internet?
Look at the timestamp, genius. That photo's taken years after his supposed death.
And the tech department can scan the data to their heart's content once we have a deal in writing, gentlemen. Come on, this is a get for this department. This is the kind of arrest and conviction that makes headlines and resets career trajectories. So, do you want AJ Quartermaine or do you want Cesar Faison?
Luke said if I called you, you'd help.
Well, that's because Luke thinks he can con me, even secondhand.
Hey, look, I was mortified when I learned that he and Anna had hooked up. I always hoped that she'd do better.
I'm not going to discuss my personal situation with you. If we're going to talk about Luke and Anna, we are going to confine ourselves to the crisis at hand. Now, you have a cigarillo butt and the word of Olivia Falconeri, Port Charles's resident psychic, and that makes you believe, convinced, that Faison walks among us.
You're going to tell me I'm crazy, aren't you?
Luke trusts you. And if you say that Faison is alive, then I say you and I need to find that maniac and stop him before he kills anybody else.
Okay. Say the photo's real. It doesn't do any good without location, without a context.
I can provide all that.
Provided we have a deal.
I thought you changed. AJ, isn't that what you told Michael, that you wanted to do right by your family?
I do.
Well, then how can you sit here covering your own ass while that maniac is out on the loose? You tell us what you know about Faison, and it'll help restore your reputation, maybe.
A glossy reputation is not going to do my client any good in Pentonville.
Excuse me. Gentlemen. Kicking a Quartermaine loose? The press is going to go nuts.
Look, we have Robert Scorpio downstairs with his own story about Faison. This is all starting to add up.
It's your call. For what it's worth, Faison's a much bigger threat than this guy in here.
I'm sorry to interrupt, gentlemen, but I just want you to know that I'm sure the Justice Department will be happy to give my client immunity and more for a shot at Faison, so it can be their triumph or yours.
Yeah, I can probably find you a judge, and I don't think your bail will be too prohibitive.
I can't even get a hearing right now. The EA's office is so backed up.
Ah, yes, well, with any luck at all, they are working overtime to put my nephew in prison until the end of time.
Do you reckon that they could put that case aside just long enough to get me out of here? Look, every second that she's with Faison, she's in worse danger.
Congratulations. You're a free man.
Not yet. So, where's Faison?
Switzerland. Hello?
Michael, AJ asked me to call you.
Yeah, how did the meeting go? Did the DA take the deal?
Well, I have very good news for you. Your father has been cleared of all charges.
Officers! Officers! There's a man escaping. He's a felon.
Relax, Tracy. I'm free.
What do you mean you're free?
All charges dropped.
That is not possible. You belong in prison.
I guess the DA found someone they wanted more than me. So I'll see you in the boardroom.